Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
And welcome back to another episode of Great Morning. I am your host, Christian Murmer, Murms, Murmdog, whatever the fuck you want to call me. And to the left of my computer screen, we're going to get started immediately like this. To the left of my computer screen, we have a returning guest, all right, from last season. This man was on already last season. Like I said, he was on for his own episode. And then interestingly enough, he was actually going to be on the season finale of last year as well for last season. However, due to other things going on in his life at that time, he could not actually come on to the season finale. But he did record an intro for that episode that he is on, and one of his songs played as well. So technically, I don't know whether to say this is your third appearance on the show or your second appearance. You want to say third? I was about to be like,
I told everybody this is my third appearance. Yeah. I was like, pull up. Make sure you tune in when it comes on. I was like, this is appearance number 3, definitely.
Yeah.
New York, what's up?
Yes. So anyway, without further ado, we have with us the Hassan Assassin, man. Man, love to see you again. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm feeling like the morning right now, just shining right now, man. How you been?
Man, I'm fucking great. Is that a fucking Taco Bell shirt?
Yes, it is.
That's fucking cool.
That too. I was like, let me set the back a little bit.
That's fucking cool. I love that shit, man.
You wouldn't believe where I got this from, too.
Where'd you get it from?
Well, I work with this group, Beat the Competition, right? And I know you've been following my blogs and stuff, but we've been doing touring, and it looked like it's a lot about music and stuff like that, but it's really about charity and philanthropy. So what we do is we do a lot of give backs, and we also sell clothes and stuff like that. We sell shirts like these. We always go and get these shirts. We find them and stuff like that early in the morning, and then we sell them at our shows.
Okay, so that is a licensed. I was going to ask if that was like a licensed Taco Bell shirt.
Oh, I wish. Boy, I would have been like, let me see if I can resell this mug. Dude, it's official. But what we do is we sell the T-shirts while we're at the shows, and when we do give backs as well. And what happens is when we sell the T-shirts, $5 of that T-shirt goes to our local communities out here and go to our local charity events. And one of the charity people that we're collabing with and that we're partnered with right now is the what's that called again? It's like the I be wanting to call it the KFC, but it's like KCF and stuff. Okay. But it's one of those charity events, and we also have a partnership with the Ronald McDonald House in Iowa, which we just did a 5K run with out there last month. So that's where I got this shirt from.
Oh hell yeah! Love to hear it.
I always buy a T-shirt myself. You know what I'm saying? When I go to the shows, I try to buy a T-shirt myself. We always got some dope stuff. I done bought this. We got Zelda stuff. I got this Rolling Stone T-shirt that I wore. I'm gonna post that in my next throwback show day and everything, man.
Hell yeah, I love those old retro shirts like that, man. I've been actually looking for some more like that.
I'm trying to bring it back in style.
Oh shit, I'll fucking buy one. I mean, depends on who it is, but yeah, I fucking love those old retro shirts. But you know, I wanted to ask, since it's just us right now. Well, first of all, let me explain to the listeners that Jimmy and Stephanie, I'm pretty sure, are coming back. Stephanie was actually just here 5 minutes ago before we started. She kind of got an emergency call, not a bad emergency. I don't want to freak everyone out. Yeah, it was just more like, her youngest son needed her help with something, so she's going to grab him real quick.
And I offered my AAA card too.
Yeah, you did.
Let's make sure they know that.
Yeah, you're a good man.
Here to help.
Yeah, you were here to help. And meanwhile, I always feel like a dick because, like, as the host of the show, I gotta like kind of think about the show a little bit first. And I always feel bad because, like, you're like that. You're sitting there, you're like, hey, if you need help, like AAA, like just let me know. And I'm just like, wait, so are you coming back on the show? like that's my concern. She's like, yeah, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. And of course, Jimmy just called. He's setting up in the studio. He had a late start this morning. He was I think he was partying a little too hard last night, so he'll be here soon too. He should be here shortly. And then of course,
my weekend. It sounded like my weekend last weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I had a good time last weekend as well. And then of course the in-studio comedian Chuck is not here today. He's on vacation in Jacksonville, and he was trying to come on, but then of course he got he got a little bit of the, what do we call it? Those wildfires coming down from Canada.
Oh,
He got hit by those. So his throat's a little scratchy. His nose is a little runny. He didn't want to come on and sound like shit today. So it was like,
hey, we're going to send that healing energy, man. Get that throat right.
I know. I still have a cough from it. I'm going to have to like mute myself, in division here. Because I still have this like dry cough from the smoke. I went outside stupidly like 3 days ago when it was bad here. It's not bad anymore.
This guy.
And I was just like, I just smelled the smoke and I'm like, ooh, I hope that's not bad. I was only outside for a second and I've just had this cough now. I'm like, fuck. All
Damn.
Right. That
I heard
sucks.
all about that going on, man. I hope y'all cool down there too. Cause I heard right now the air out there is like if you smoke 6 packs of cigarettes right now.
Yeah, some people were saying that like when it was like yellow outside. I know people saw those pictures from New York City.
I thought it was nighttime over there when y'all was showing that. And I thought it was a full moon or something like that. I was like, what the fuck going on out there?
I know. It looked like the fucking apocalypse or something, or like Blade Runner. I was like, holy shit.
Fact, hey, you remember The Matrix, how they got the dark skies and how they shot that stuff in the air or whatever to make the sky black and shit in the regular world before you go in the Matrix? That's what that shit reminded me of at first.
Yeah, no, it's definitely movie-esque. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, so I mean, hopefully he feels better and he'll be back soon. But yes, I will introduce Stephanie and Jimmy once they get here. Hopefully these things don't keep them any longer, but that's okay because we got the Hassan Assassin with us, and we're just gonna discuss with him for a little while. We got planned up. We got some things planned up for him, so don't you worry about it. One thing I wanted to ask, in general, is what you've been up to since we last talked to you. And before you get into everything, I did want to mention that, and I have it written here, that you were on technically already this season. Did you know that?
Is it because of that second meeting, the second time?
No, technically you were on this season because you were featured in a song with Rush the Visionary called Henny Dance.
Henny Dance 2.0, that's my shit. I gotta send you the video. Because I'm about to post that for my next throwback show day. That'll be posted soon. I'll make sure to send you the exclusive before I drop it.
Oh, hell yeah. No, we'd love to see that. And I had a question about that before you tell us exactly what you've been up to since we last spoke to you. So you collaborated with Rush. My question was, because I knew Rush had already known you, right? Like, have you known Rush longer than you've known us, or was it around the same time?
I want to say it's kind of around the same time, a little bit around that time.
Okay. How'd you guys get introduced to each other?
Instagram.
Okay. So it was probably like mutual followers of us, because Rush the Visionary has been a guest on, well, he's been on the season already. He's been on every season, but he's been a guest since early in the show. I think like episode 4 of season 1, episode 5 or something. Like he's an original OG guest. So it was really cool when he said that, because we wanted him, because originally he was going to be on and then he couldn't get on. So he sent us some songs to play for our, it was our 4-year special. And one of those was featuring you. It was, it had you in the Henny Dance.
Oh, so he put the Henny Dance 2.0, my brother. Yep. Hell yeah.
That was on there. So we're really excited about that. And then, of course we knew we were going to get you back this season. But anyway, before I get into anything else, tell the listeners what you've been up to since we last spoke to you, man.
Man, let me tell you, I got an EP that's dropping next month called Latest Dose.
Okay.
And it kind of breaks down what's been going on for real. But for the most part, though, I just been working, just chilling, being on my dad shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen you in those videos. It looks like I don't know if you're performing in them as well, but it looks like you're hanging out in a lot of those clubs. You're doing those videos like that. I see those selfie videos. Is that just like a weekend thing, or are you performing there as well? You're just getting promotion? What are you doing there?
Yeah, the Farewell, actually, with Beat the Competition TV, we have it set up to do our events at the Farewell. Mm-hmm. And we partnered up with them, and we're the only hip hop event that goes on down there as well.
Oh, okay.
So the Farewell to me is like my home. That stage is my home now. I've performed up there at least 11 times now since we partnered up. Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you ever get nervous when you go on stage? Do you ever get a little bit of stage fright, or was that just something maybe that happened at first, or does that like dissipate? Is that gone now from your aura?
It kind of depends. Like if I'm in a new venue and stuff like that, I make sure I show up a lot earlier so I can just talk to people in the crowd, network a little bit and stuff like that. So it just depends on what where I'm at for real. Sometimes I get a little nervous, but honestly, I haven't really felt nervous getting on stage in about maybe 2 years, give or take.
Okay. Yeah, and that's smart. That's a smart idea. I know not everyone does that because they like to keep the mysticism about the performer, but I like it when performers do that, like you said, where you'll talk to them a little bit beforehand, because it's almost like you're getting to know your audience. And then you go up there and you're like, I already know these people. Here we go. I'm going to fucking perform for them now. So it's much more comfortable. I like that. It also
gives me time to change the playlist out too, because I know, like, I got my go-to songs, of course. And then sometimes I like to perform something different. And sometimes when I want to perform something different, or I go with that performance, it might not be the right crowd for that type of stuff. So that's another reason why when I bring like my songs and stuff like that, sometimes I bring a backup show thingy, but most of the time I go with plan A.
Okay. Hell yeah. I fucking love to hear it. Another thing I wanted to bring up, the reason, I just in case anyone forgot, the reason you were on, you were going to be on for the season finale of last season was you actually made it to the top 10 list of the word of the day competition with your word of the day sentence. I believe you were number 9 or something, which is fine. Out of all the guests, like we say that to all the guests, like,
top 10.
You made it to the top 10. So it's fucking great. But you made it there. So automatically, like, we have this rule, like first of all, we like to invite past guests on because, a lot of them we like to have them on again. We love talking to them, like yourself. But another reason you're definitely invited on is because we say to those who make it to the top 10, you get invited back on to try again to make it to the top 10 again. So not right now, we're going to get into it in a bit, but about halfway into this podcast, you are going to have another word of the day competition here. You understand that, right?
Sounds like a plan. I'm ready.
Hell yeah. I'm excited to hear what, word you're going to get. And of course, what sentence you're going to give us for that word. But moving forward, I know this morning, like, you were happy to get on. I know you were, can we say that you were smoking a blunt?
Oh yeah. This right here.
That thing right there. Yeah.
Dude,
so
shout out to the Backwoods Vanilla. Y'all changed my life.
when you're smoking that, and like you're doing this like kind of interview stuff, or you're coming on a podcast, do you smoke that? First of all, do you smoke that before you get on stage? Do you smoke?
Most of the time, yeah. I smoke and drink before I hit the stage sometimes.
Oh, hell yeah. Because I know it's interesting. Again, I've listened to a lot of performing.
That's probably why I don't be nervous on stage too.
That might be another reason. I've listened to a lot of performing artists, first of all, that have come on to our show, and then who have like been on other shows, and they've talked, they've done interviews, and there's no in the middle with it. They're either like, oh yeah, I have like a drink or two, or I smoke before I go on stage, or I'm stone cold sober before I go on stage. And I think it's interesting to hear from both perspectives, because it's obvious at this point from hearing from all those performers that it's literally an individual ideal. Like, who is going to, like, this works for me, this doesn't work for me. So you can't, I feel like no one could like argue with you and say like, oh no, you shouldn't do that before you go on stage because you'd be better. But that might not be true for you individually. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think like that just helps you perform better, or is it just something you like to do before you go on stage?
It's more something I like to do before I hit the stage, honestly, because I'm just a smoker. I don't rap about smoke a lot in my raps like I used to and stuff, but yeah, I be chiefing, man.
Hell yeah. I fucking love it. You're doing it right now. Love to see it.
And then but people that go up stage sober and stuff, that's cool too. I be seeing the difference with some people, because some people get tired, you know what I'm saying? Some people get tired when they smoke and stuff, and I be getting that dispensary stuff, and I be getting that, what's that indica or whatever that keeps you up.
I think it's the other one. I think it's sativa that keeps you up.
Sativa, yeah, the sativa, yeah. Because indica, that's the shit that be putting me to sleep, actually. Indica, I feel like that's what everybody's selling the streets almost, for real, too. Because I be tired, when I be smoking that, I be like, I don't give a fuck, and all that stuff. Especially when I'm at work and stuff like that, I be like, I don't give a fuck, but getting that dispensary shit, since they legalized it, I'll be more amped, and I still got energy and stuff. And honestly, I always smoked it, or at least had a drink or two before I hit the stage most of the time.
Hell
now
yeah.
I think about it though, I think the last time I really was nervous. Was like I said, it was a couple years ago when I performed at my homie's event. Shout out to my boy YGKC. You know, he hooked me up with the cut and everything too. This was a week ago, so you know what I'm saying. My shit be growing back. My shit be growing back quick. I gotta go up there again next week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to let us know this was a week ago. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm. But I just remember. I think the main reason why I was nervous is because the acts ahead of me were getting booed off stage.
Damn, that sucks.
And then. Yeah, that had me nervous. Where I was just like, "Whoa!" I thought I had a tie on. I'm like, "Whoo, tough crowd!" You know?
yeah, literally doing the Rodney Dangerfield, like, "Oh,
like for real, like, oh, boy." And I just remember going up there and all that stuff because, like, some people were performing cool, but it's just that I could tell they didn't have the experience like I had on stage. So it's just like they were letting what people were saying outside of everything. They were letting that affect them. Like, I've seen some people go from performing and they heard somebody say something outside. They're like, "What you say, nigga? What's up?" Huh? And I'm just like, whoa. I was like,
crowd connection.
Is this going to stay open? Is this event going to last long enough for me to hit the stage? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it was. It was a real tough crowd. But I came out there and I was just different.
I love to hear it, man. Fucking love to hear it.
Like, for real, like, I came in there, had a blazer on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Only dude in there with a blazer. I was dressed to impress, you know what I'm saying? Put them shades on. And the song I performed was "Let Me Find Out."
Hell yeah.
And that's been my like go-to song ever since. Like while I was on tour last year, I didn't know it, but my peers, my musical peers, my boy Mr. Perfect, who runs Beat the Competition TV and Give Back and everything, they all told me, like, "Bro, you perfected that performance on stage."
Yeah.
That's good. You gotta have one of those, you know?
Oh yeah, you do. Well, hey man, hold on 1 second. I just want to go ahead and I heard someone else talk here for a second. Someone else is in the Zoom call. Someone's in the Zoom call with us, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce that person real quick. To the bottom of my computer screen, we have the boss, the pimp, the CEO, the senior chief, slightly special himself, Jimmy the Shooter. How you doing today?
Man, I'm high as hell today, man.
Oh, good, yeah.
Man, I'm litty than it, splivy than it, baby than it, diddy, man. I don't know if you've ever, Hassan, I know you've performed, man, but have you ever performed on meth?
Oh, okay.
Definitely not on meth.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What kind of a question is that?
I can't get high. I wish I could get high, but I can't. All they allow us to do is, drink ourselves into oblivion. But man, I'm really good, man.
I blackout drunk.
I've been in a coma. I just got out of a coma, but I'm feeling super refreshed, super recharged. And I make the meth joke because, dude, there's so many people in the San Diego area right now that's on that shit. It's like zombie land outside.
Yeah. Remember that time we were walking, or I don't know, maybe you were there. Maybe I sent you the picture. I was with someone, but we were walking back up to my apartment where I stayed at in San Diego at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Walking up the steps, I just found this bag of white stuff and I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's not cocaine. That's crystallized. That's fucking crystal meth, right?
Meth, dude.
That's fucking crystal meth.
It's rough, man. It's rough. Dude, I was listening to you talk about your performance and stuff, man. It's crazy because like I can kind of relate to that because I was an instructor, so I got to stand up in front of a crowd and teach every week. And I always had that one like Swiss Army knife lesson where I was like, this is my lesson, man. So you get your song, you're like, yo, this is my song. I'm about to run it. I'm about to full send it. And with that blazer thing, that different, sometimes that makes people question, like take a step back and be like, what's
like, who is this?
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like that.
Like, where do you think he at?
Yeah, like where?
That's how I felt for real. Where it's like, because I'm more in the urban area and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out with my peoples and shit, but I don't always dress like that. You know what I'm saying? I like to dress in like blazers, suits, and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's the thing, man. That's part of the brand that can stick out. You know what I'm saying? Brands that stick out make waves. You know what I mean? And the way you carry yourself, the way you dress, the way you communicate, that's all part of your brand. The way you perform whenever you get up on the stage, it's like branding, man. So when you get that clean cut image and you go to an urban area, it makes people step back and be like, I got to hear what this motherfucker about to say right now.
Straight up. Appreciate that.
I have to ask, is everything all right? Or is it the weed that's hitting you right now? Because you're pacing around. I see, because you're talking to us on the phone. I see you're walking in circles.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm just feeling the energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
From San Diego to New York to Kansas City. Like, I'm just feeling the energy. It's like I can't sit in one place now.
I just see you going in a circle and you're right. I love it.
Shit.
It's fucking
for
funny,
real, for real.
You know,
hey, man, you heard about, oh, my bad. You heard about AI and like how AI is making all the, have we tapped into this? Or,
we have talked. We have discussed AI. About it. I mean, not on this episode.
Well, no, we about to get into some shit.
Yeah. AI is about to like really start taking over on some Matrix shit. And I don't think it's really a good thing because you see how people are like doing that shit now, man. Like, this world is crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? Because people are literally like, it's a pros and cons to it, which I literally have a list written somewhere. I was going to post it as my own personal blog eventually down the line. But there's some cool pros with it where it can help you with a couple of things. Like, let's say if I have writer's block and I need to get something done and stuff like that because the bag is on the line, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If I needed some ideas or something like that, I could probably generate something like that. Never have, but I'm just saying, like, I can understand if an artist was like, I'm just got writer's block, you know what I'm saying? The AI can help generate certain ideas and stuff like that for you. And it could actually even write a verse. That's the thing that's, to me, terrifying, because I'm just like, shit, you don't need a ghostwriter no more. You can just go on there. But at the same time, though, the cons about it is it's not fucking perfect because it doesn't have no soul. It doesn't have no fucking feeling. Mm-hmm. So that's what's always gonna, to me, outweigh that. You know what I'm saying? That's why more people, maybe they're getting to know what it is and stuff like that, and they're just using it more for the pros and the cons, as in, I still need to be this person. You know what I'm saying? I still need to be me when it's all said and done. Yeah. So to me, that AI ain't never going to really do what we do as people. Like, I'm not going to see an AI. I'm not going to watch an AI podcast where like, and what we're talking about next is, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't do it.
Wait a second. That, you just let a light bulb go off. What if we one time tried to do an hour-long episode, but it was we just had AI do our voices?
Oh, actually, I got it. Hold on, man. Let me see what's up. Murmsy, I'm gonna need you to distract. I'm gonna see something.
I need you to distract everyone.
Yeah,
all right,
distract everybody.
All right, I'm taking my shirt off right now, and everyone's I'm taking it.
Like, I got a plan.
I have no pants on as we speak. No, so, you know, there is one thing I wanted to talk about, which is weird. I just wanted to get the homie's opinion on this before we, of course, it looks like we're going to discuss some AI stuff here. So does everyone here, and it's okay if you don't, I will explain. Does everyone here know who Quentin Tarantino is?
Of course.
The legend.
The legend, right?
He's doing his he's about to drop his last film soon. He announced it a couple months ago. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, his 10th final film. He, I'll say this before I talk about, or before we talk about what I wanted to discuss. He might be one of, if not the greatest modern day film directors ever, film writers as well. Like, even if you put all his films together, he does not have a bad film. You might like some of his films more than the others, which is fine, but like, he doesn't, none of his films are bad. He does not have a bad film. None of his films are even okay. They're all fucking great. And they're all iconic. They're all fucking amazing. He's one of the best filmmakers ever. I'll say that. All right. And now that that's out there, because I might be criticizing him a little bit.
I think you're pretty accurate with that, because honestly, like, when I think about all the films, I don't think I might have seen all of them, but I've seen most of them. And probably the film I probably was my least favorite, but at the same time, though, I could still watch it, was Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown usually gets rated low. Yeah, Jackie Brown is usually on the lowest of his list, but that's still a great movie.
I was younger when I watched it. If I watch it now, I probably have more of a different outlook on it and stuff, just like with Reservoir Dogs, because honestly, I didn't really see that movie until this year, and I was just like, fuck.
That's a great fucking movie. That's his first movie. That's a great fucking movie.
He was it was like genius for real.
Yeah.
Watching that mug, I was like, damn.
Yeah, he's amazing. I think, okay, this is what I wanted to say. I think he's officially, I think he's lost his mind. He's still a genius, but I think he's lost his mind a little bit. And the reason I say that is if anyone saw his last movie, which Jimmy, I know you did because me, you, and your brother, shout out to Trip God Jimmy, went to go see it in the theaters back when we were all in San Diego. It was called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. All right.
Brad Pitt finally got one.
Yeah. So Leonardo DiCaprio plays the character of Rick Dalton in that movie. So a famous, kind of semi-famous B actor in Hollywood from the 1950s to the 1960s. That's kind of who he's playing. Kind of like a spin-off of Steve McQueen, per se. And I think like Quentin Tarantino has fallen deeply in love with his own character of Rick Dalton. That, I don't know if you guys heard this. He's writing a book called it's called like the filmography of Rick Dalton. And he's making it.
I didn't hear about that.
He's making it seem like Rick Dalton was a real guy, like a real guy. Like he made like a death date for him. So apparently Rick Dalton died like a couple months ago in 2023. Again, this is a fake character, but he's making it seem real. He's writing this book about his filmography, like his appearances on television from the 50s and 60s. And he's like taking some real shows that like real people were in and just replacing the actor with Rick Dalton, the fictional character he made. And that's what this book is about. And so I've been listening. He has a podcast himself.
Tarantino?
Called, yes. And it's called the Video Archives Podcast with Quentin Tarantino. And he's been putting out these episodes recently called Day of the Dalton, where he has gone back, where he's saying it was like, it's weird because it's all fake. It's not real. That's the funny thing about it. But he's saying like, oh, back in the 90s, I actually met Rick Dalton and I had an interview with him in his backyard at his Hawaiian house at Honolulu or something. And he fucking, in this episode, he plays the interview, but it's him doing the voice of Rick Dalton. So he's fucking talking to himself. I'm going to play a clip of it. I have it here. And I wanted to get your opinions. Maybe it's like the most genius idea ever, or he's a fucking maniac. I can't tell. So here, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to play it. Here we go.
Back in 1999 at the Hawaii International Film Festival. So this is me asking questions to Rick. Privately ourselves, some alcohol was involved, some reefer was involved. But we got down to brass tacks in 1999, actually in his backyard of his ranch house that he had in Honolulu. This is me. First off, Rick, thanks for sitting down and reminiscing with me about your career. Oh, well, me remembering, that's the hard part. I'm memorying what it used to be, and that was never nothing to brag about. But as I always told my directors, I'll do my best. Well, let's start off at the beginning. Oh boy, here we go. So your first feature roles were guesting on the TV series Tombstone Territory? Yes, it was. That was a good show, and it was pretty popular, so it was a big deal to land a featured part on it.
All right, so that's I have more.
Was that even accurate?
Accurate about what? It's all made up.
no, but what I'm saying is like
character. That's the crazy thing.
Was the voice accurate? Was that even an accurate voice?
No, he doesn't even sound like.
He doesn't even sound like the guy.
He doesn't even sound like Leonardo DiCaprio. But then I guess you can say, I guess he's gonna say that no, Leonardo DiCaprio played the real Rick Dalton in this movie. Do you see how meta this is getting? Like that's what's weird about it. And I'm sitting here. I remember I was like working around doing stuff and I'm listening to that podcast. I just have it in my AirPod. And I stopped for a second. I'm just like, what the fuck am I listening to right now? This fucking guy is talking to himself pretending to talk to a fictional character he made up. It's like if Jimmy came on the podcast and was like, you know what, I know what we're going to do for this podcast. The guest is going to be this imaginary friend I had since I was a kid, and I'm going to talk with him about stuff. And Jimmy just has a fucking conversation with this guy and just does it himself. And I swear to God, that podcast is almost 2 hours long. He talks
Rick
to himself
Dalton for 2 hours.
It almost like because like there's a chunk in the beginning where it's the intro, and I think there's an outro at the end where he's talking with the other people of the show. So like I think at least a good hour is like him talking to Rick Dalton himself
for 2 hours.
Almost
That's
an hour.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say that's kind of semi-weird because these days now it's like weird is kind of the new cool. I mean, if you really think about it, Rocky Balboa is in the Boxing Hall of Fame, and that's not a real person. It's
That's
just a
true.
character.
That's a good point. There's a statue of Rocky Balboa in Philadelphia.
Like
That's
it's
a great
literally,
point.
it's like literally inspiration in the city of Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
So,
the underdog. You feel me?
yeah. So I like I said, I don't know if this is like the craziest thing I've ever heard, or like I said, the most amazing thing I've ever heard, like the most meta thing ever. Because obviously he's done something right, because I'm fucking talking about it. I might even buy that fucking book now just to see what the fuck he does in it. Because
He
literally,
definitely sounds
just
crazy though.
he's just putting Rick Dalton in these roles that like other people actually had. He's making like
I'm surprised that's not going to be his final film.
He loves that character. I mean, yeah. So I guess Rick's not going to be it, but they might mention Rick Dalton in his name. I have no idea. But
You're right.
I have no idea.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know.
I only heard bits and pieces of the 10th and final film for real though, because I think it's supposed to be about a director or something behind the scenes of a movie or something like that.
Oh, see, I didn't even hear any of that. I don't even know what the 10th film's going to be about. I don't know if he has a release date. I'm sure he's written it.
Uma Thurman's rumored to probably be in it though, because that's like you know what I'm saying, Kill Bill.
Yeah, and she hasn't been in one of his movies since Kill Bill, so it would be cool. He might be getting back together like every like famous actor he had.
Might as well get Samuel Jackson back too then.
Oh, well, Sam Jackson's been like in at least like I think 80% of his films, so I'm sure
at
that's
least a good 5-6 of them.
So that won't even be a problem. But Jimmy, what do you think about that before we go into your AI stuff?
Oh man, I think it's about to get really weird, man. I think 80 million jobs are about to get replaced, but hopefully 90 million jobs get made with it. You know what I mean? It's just, I think that scenario is a little weird because it doesn't even fucking sound like it. But I've seen people use AI like voice changes. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen people do some things.
Yeah.
I've seen people do some things, even with music. I know like right now artists are licensing their voice. There's their voice because people are starting to cop their voices, man. And they're just, you guys heard about the story where somebody made them, they basically did a recording about how they kidnapped somebody's kids or whatever, but they used the voice changeover to mimic the kids, and then they held them for ransom.
I did not hear.
I heard about that. I did hear about that.
Yeah, so like
that shit was wild.
It could either get really good or it could get really bad. You know what I mean?
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons, man. Like just as beautiful as it could be, it could also be used as a tool for destruction. Because didn't they also created a video where the Pentagon was like blown up
hit by that van or something like that. Yeah.
And billions
people were
of
talking
dollars
about that for the long before they realized it was fake.
Yep.
Yeah, this shit's getting wild. I mean, I don't think Quentin Tarantino is using AI, but I mean that's just weird. All right, anyway, moving forward, I just wanted to at least discuss that. So shout out to Quentin Tarantino for that idea.
Can't wait to see the 10th film.
It's so fucking wild. But Jimmy, what it looked like you wanted to show us something with AI or something.
Murms.
Yes.
Can you guys hear this? No.
Do you need me to share?
I'm gonna send you something, and then you gotta play it.
No. Do you want me to? I could just do the share screen with you.
Yeah.
Let me do that. Let me
share screen.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do? If you did not. All right. So it's open to multiple participants now, so you can share your screen. But what you're gonna have to do for audio is you're going to have to click share screen, then go to advanced, then click on computer audio, and then hit share for us to be able to hear it.
Okay. Yeah. So audio,
And
All right, check this out. Ready?
Let's hear it.
I mean, Murms, I think that's absolutely insane, you know? I think it's absolutely insane. And I'm not sure, maybe directors are getting a little crazy with this AI thing, you know? But who knows? Who really knows on what's real and what's fake? It's 2023, Murmsy, and AI is about to take over the world. So if a director wants to interview himself, maybe we should just let the director interview himself.
Is that...
Whoa.
That sounded like a mix between Stephanie and Anna de Armas, but also it was totally dialogue you wrote because you're the only one who calls me Murmsy. So
I just did it.
That
Hold
is
on.
crazy.
I just did it. Hold on, man. Since we're missing, since Stephanie's not here. Okay. Since Stephanie's not here, let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna see how accurate this is. Give me 17 seconds.
Like, so while you're working on that, let me ask you something. How do you get, because we've all seen those videos now where people have been doing the AI, like the presidents, right? They do Trump, Obama, and Biden, and like it's usually them playing games or something stupid, like they're friends almost. And they get their voices down like pretty fucking accurate, like 95%. So I was wondering, how do you do that? Like, how does it get their voice? Does it have to hear the person talk or something?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know the programming behind it. I know that I do have this app that I'm still on the waiting list for, but it's called voice.ai. Apparently, we're not sponsored by them, by the way, but apparently it's a really good software, right? And I'm on a waiting list, and all I can do as of right now is go on Discord. But right now, I'm actually using Meta Voice. So Meta Voice is like changing stuff up. So like right now, I'm gonna try to do imitation of Steph, and I'm gonna see how it sounds. So give me about 7 seconds. You know what I mean? But the shit's kind of. Have you heard of voice AI, Murms?
Well, I've heard people use them for like YouTube videos or Reels or TikToks, but not. I've never seen the program actually work. That's why I had questions about it. And you're muted. Yeah.
Have you heard of Chat GPT?
I have heard of Chat GPT. I think, Jimmy is supposed to be muted, I guess, right now. He's talking into the microphone.
Right.
This is a really interesting podcast because I'm kind of like out of the loop. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Jimmy is like,
that's basically what I heard about that AI stuff with that Chat GPT. And what's funny is how right now they got this Drake and Weeknd song out, and it's look like nobody's making money off it and it's streaming hella well. I never heard the song yet, but that's all AI. And like you said, they're trying to license their own voice now. And on top of that, I'm hearing that they're trying to look into this thing. I forgot what it's called, the terminology of it is called and stuff like that. But basically, they're trying to stop those type of songs getting streamed on platforms and stuff when it ain't the real artist, because the real artist ain't making no money off of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, ChatGPT was, I know it was used highly by, or mainly, I should say, by a lot of college students. They would have ChatGPT like write their essays and shit like that for school, do their homework. And then that caught on because like I go to school as well. And we go to classes now and the professors are like, by the way, we have like we have our own AI program that lets us know if you use Chat GPT, so don't fucking do it. Like you'll get in trouble, you'll get plagiarism, you'll get thrown out of school. And it's like, were people really writing whole like 10-page papers with Chat GPT? And they fucking were. I was like, holy shit, all right.
Yes, that shit was really going on. That's why I was just like, that shit is pros and cons.
Oh, yeah.
I heard that somebody was writing some type of government stuff and government scripts and stuff based off of the Chat GPT or one of those AI programs. And now they're going to court about that, where they could have face possible jail time and all that shit.
Oh, yeah. No, it's fucking crazy now. Jimmy, are you set up over there? Are you ready for us?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to get this thing dropped so I could share it, and it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. But we'll see. Hold on. Can you guys hear this?
Yo, what's up, Murmsy? Motherfucker out here. I'm just out here, motherfucker chilling. You know what I'm saying? Smoking, chilling. Yeah, I mean, but shit's good. Shit's really good. I'm just out here doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, wait, what was I saying? I don't know. This just kind of got me like a little all types of fucked up. But you know what it is? It's a Puerto Rican mamacita from Spanish Harlem. We outside. Okay. How you doing, Ramsey?
So that one was a little robotic.
I'm doing good, Stephanie. Stephanie 3.0. I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. Murmsy, you're gonna be the host. Okay.
Okay.
So, and Dose, I need you to be Michael, and I will be
Who's
Sarah.
Michael? Okay.
Just trust me on this. Okay.
Okay.
Dose, you're gonna be Michael. I'm gonna be Sarah. Dose, are you on a phone or a computer right now?
On the phone.
You're on the phone? All right. I'm going to try to share my screen to the script. We're going to read the script and we're going to see how good of a conversation this is going to be. You guys down for this?
Yeah.
We just had AI generate us an entire discussion on AI.
So is this like improv AI? No, this isn't
improv.
There's
AI.
a script. There's a script.
There's the script. There's the script. So can you guys see the script?
Yeah.
It's loading. I cannot see it yet.
I see it.
Now I see it. I got it.
You see it? All right, Murmsy. So again, you're going to be the host. I will be Sarah. And Dose, you're going to be Michael. So let's rock this conversation and see how good of a podcast this is. In fact, we can even give a new little intro if we want for the show. But this will be called AI, the Great Morning Podcast.
Okay. Okay, so welcome to another episode of Tech Talk, the podcast where we dive into the latest trends and innovations in technology. I'm your host, Lisa, and today we have an exciting topic to discuss: the use of ChatGPT, an advanced language model developed by OpenAI. Joining me today are two experts in the field, Dr. Michael Johnson, an AI researcher, and Sarah Thompson, a digital communications specialist. Welcome, Michael and Sarah.
Thank you, Lisa. It's great to be here.
Pleasure to be on the show, Lisa.
Let's jump right into it. ChatGPT has gained significant attention recently for its ability to generate human-like responses in conversational settings. Some view it as a revolutionary tool for enhancing communication, while others raise concerns about authenticity. What are your initial thoughts on the use of ChatGPT?
ChatGPT undoubtedly represents a remarkable leap in natural language processing technology. It can generate cohort and contextually relevant responses, making it a valuable tool in various domains, such as customer service, content generation, and even personal assistance. However, we must be cautious about the potential pitfalls of relying too heavily on AI-generated conversations.
Yeah, I agree with Michael. So while ChatGPT can be useful, especially for automating repetitive tasks, we need to be mindful of the potential impact on human interaction, because authenticity and genuine human connections are crucial aspects of communication, and the over-reliance on AI-generated responses might actually diminish that.
That's an important point, Sarah. How do you think ChatGPT can affect the authenticity of conversations, particularly in customer service of social interactions?
Well, when it comes to customer service, right, some companies have started using ChatGPT to handle like customer inquiries, but it can also provide quick and accurate responses. It jacks the empathy and emotional intelligence that human customer service representatives possess. So customers often appreciate interacting with a human who can understand their concerns on a deeper level.
Absolutely, Sarah. The empathetic and emotional aspects of communication are challenging for AI models like ChatGPT to replicate convincingly. These nuances can be crucial in various scenarios, such as counseling, therapy, or conflict resolution. Reliance of AI may lead to a demolished sense of connection and understanding.
So it seems that striking the right balance between AI and human interaction is key. Michael, how can we ensure that ChatGPT is used responsibly without compromising authenticity?
Responsible use of ChatGPT involves a few important considerations. Firstly, companies and organizations should disclose when the AI is involved in a conversation to maintain transparency. Users should have the right to know whether they are speaking with a human or an AI. Secondly, we need to continually improve AI models to better understand the respond to emotions. Emotional intelligence is a crucial aspect of authentic conversations, and advancements in AI research should prioritize this area.
Yeah, I agree. Additionally, organizations should train and guide their employees on when and how to utilize ChatGPT appropriately. It should be a sense as a tool to enhance their capabilities rather than a replacement for human interaction. By combining the strengths of both humans and AI, we can provide the possible experience to customers while maintaining that authenticity.
Those are excellent suggestions, Michael and Sarah. As we move forward, what do you foresee as the future of ChatGPT and its impact on communication?
I believe we will see continuous advancements in AI language models like ChatGPT, enabling them to better understand context, emotions, and even user references. However, we must remain vigilant in addressing the authentic or ethical concerns surrounding AI, such as biases and potential misuse.
Yeah. Isn't this shit fucking nuts, dude?
Wait, so what are we doing?
No, that's we're gonna stop there because it stops there. But this thing just like generated a whole conversation with 3 people.
Yeah.
For a podcast.
Yep.
That's wild. That's wild.
That's what ChatGPT just did?
That's what ChatGPT just did. Look, I could be like, all right, so I'm an artist, right?
Yeah.
I'm a rapper.
Yes,
Write
sir.
me rapper answer to why do you produce music? Oh, I said music. So check it out. I'm gonna read out what this shit just said. Okay?
Oh my God, why is this so long?
Look at this, right? So look, man, I'm gonna be called.
He broke it down.
I'm about to be, my rap name right here is gonna be Jimmy 2-time shooter, Jimmy time shooter, Jimmy. Right? It's a long title, but that's just me because I'm different. I'm built different, right? So yo, check it out, man. I'm here to spill the truth on why I produce music. So let me give you the proof, all right? It's a passion that flows deep within my veins, dog. A driving force that keeps me sane in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like music is my outlet. It's my creative release. A platform to share my thoughts, man, my emotions and my peace. It's like therapy, a way to express my soul through beats, rhymes, and the stories that unfold. Oh shit, this is rapping. I produce to paint pictures with the words and sound to uplift, inspire, and make hearts rebound. You feel me? Like music is the power to heal and unite, to spark revolutions, change the wrong to the right. It's a language that transcends all boundaries, a universal vibe that connects you and me, from the raw, gritty beats to the poetic flows. I strive to create an experience that truly shows. Ellen, but it's more than just fame or stacking the dough. It's about leaving a legacy, a mark that will grow, to leave an impact on lives near and far, to touch souls and them dream, reach for the stars. You feel me? So why do I produce music? It's simple, you see, to share my truth, my voice, and set my spirit free, to make a difference, to leave last impression, and keep the essence of hip hop in progression. So when you ask me why I'm in this game, I produce music to ignite the flame, to bring joy, provoke thoughts, and make heads nod. I'm a rapper and a producer, a lyrical demigod.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy.
I didn't know it was gonna rhyme for you.
I didn't know that shit was rapping until I got it.
I didn't know that shit was gonna rap
Yeah,
either.
I didn't know they wrote you literally a fucking song.
So let's do it. Let's do this one episode. Let's have ChatGPT write what we're gonna say, but then we have the AI voices do an episode. Like we're not even there. Like we have the AI Christian, the AI Jimmy,
That's
the AI
like
Stephanie,
episode right
AI
there.
Chuck. We can even throw in a guest, like fuck it, we'll make the guest fucking OJ Simpson or someone. Fucking write that shit out.
Yo.
And we'll do an episode like that. Dude, let's fucking do that.
Do it.
That's the type of shit that's gonna get on
next special. Next special. That's our next special.
We're not even gonna be in our next special. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna like post it on a fucking Wednesday and be like, hey guys, we did not do our special, but we're dropping our special.
No, like we'll say that, like we're saying it on this episode. So we tell the listeners, like, hey, we're gonna do an AI special. And like if they didn't hear this episode, like the rest of the listeners, they'll just be like, wait, what the fuck? They'll be like, is this really that? They sound kind of a little bit robotic. Dude, I'm gonna look into that voice work. I'm gonna look into that.
This is what I'm gonna do, because I'm still waiting to get on the list. But for the last special, I wanted to come in as Joe Rogan. I wanted to be Joe
Rogan voice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Stephanie, welcome back.
Yeah. Steph,
What's going on?
I wanted to come in as Joe Rogan and beat Joe Rogan, but like I said, I'm still on the fucking waiting list for this app. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah,
It's
so
driving me crazy.
I'll see what I can do with our voices at least. See what I'm going to start. There we go. That's a fucking special idea. There we fucking go. I'm excited. I'm going to start looking into that shit. And I'm sorry because I again, I'm sorry to cut us off here.
Dude, they got Rick and Morty.
We're getting close to time, but we're not at time yet. And we usually don't do it this late, but we were talking about a lot of shit here today. But Jimmy,
Lots of shit.
Jimmy, I think
Is
it's
it that time?
I think
It
it's it's past that time, but it's definitely that time now.
We got to get him in the running over here.
We got to get him in
over here. We got to get him in the running.
Stephanie, do you think it's time?
I think it's fucking time.
Hell yeah. Well,
you know what? I know.
Dose, the Hassan Assassin, of course. What we are discussing is we think it's time for you to give us another shot at the word of the day.
Let's get it.
Word of the day. Oh, all right. So I'm going to explain to you and the listeners, just in case anyone new is on the show right now and wants to hear, I'm going to explain how the word of the day works. Jimmy is grabbing, you can see it right now on his screen. You can see that big old dick. We like to call it the big old dick in the room. It's the old dictionary that's been Jimmy's family for thousands and thousands of years. And he's going to open it up to a random page. He's going to put his finger down on that page. Whatever his finger landed on will be our word of the day. Jimmy will, of course, give the definition of it. But since that is a very, very, very old dick, it might be an archaic definition. So I will be over here ready to give a modern day definition of the word as well. Then, of course, Dose, you will have to use that word in a sentence. Now, what you get graded on to possibly be on the top 10 list at the end of the season is how funny the sentence was, how creative the sentence was, and of course, if you use the word correctly. So, the Hassan Assassin, my friend, are you ready for your word of the day?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he's ready. All right. Jimmy, whenever you're ready, take it away, my friend.
I just read the
All
script. I'm down.
No AI needed for this. This is archaic right here.
Damn, that's an old dick. Pause.
Yeah, look at this thing. I gotta be gentle with it.
That motherfucker about to rip.
Be easy with him.
Jesus was with him when that dictionary was made. He's like, no, it's an A, not an O.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes, we are.
Flipping over. I'm flipping over. Bam. Let's see what we got. Jailer.
Okay.
Jailer. Jailer. The keeper of a jail or prison. Also one who or anything that restricts one's liberty. Jailer.
Yes, that's actually wow. That it's been a while since we've gotten like a modern day word out of there. Yeah, so jailer is this, it's pretty much the same thing for the modern day. It's a person in charge of a jail or of the prisoners in it.
Like a CO.
A jailer. All right, so jailer is your word, my friend, whenever you're ready to give us that sentence.
Give me a second. Jailer. Of all the words. Let's see here.
We got faith. We got faith in you. Let's see what ChatGPT does.
That's actually a pretty like I said, a modern day word. I'm shocked.
Yeah, it is. With so much going on in the city, no suspects, no witnesses. Don't sound like we need too many jailers.
All right, there you go.
It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes
there
sense.
you go.
You guys want to know what AI said?
Oh yeah, what's the AI sentence?
Oh, AI about to kick my ass.
Why did
in 2 seconds.
said, why did the jailer become a baker? Because he wanted to lock up the best donuts in town.
Oh wow, it went with a joke.
It's lame.
That is. I mean, that would definitely get points in the creative section, but like that is again, when it tries to do jokes, it's not good. We've done this earlier in the season when he's used ChatGPT to tell a joke, like Bill Burr or someone. It's like, this is not funny at all.
Steph, we got an introduction for you.
Oh.
Yeah, we made your intro. Don't worry.
Should I be scared?
Should verify.
Okay. So am I gonna hear it?
I don't know. Should we play it again?
Yeah, fuck it. Play
Why
it for
not?
Stephanie.
Fuck it. I could try. Let's play.
It sounds so much like you.
Can you hear it? No?
It says you're sharing computer sound, so We should.
I'm trying to share my computer. So, am I on mute? Nope.
No.
If it's not working, it might not be working. I don't know. Oh, it's because it's yeah, no idea what's happening.
Hold on a second, y'all.
Well, we just have to get into it. But we've been using AI in this episode, Steph, and we just want to let you know we got your intro for you.
Yeah, there was a Stephanie 3.0 in this episode.
Super 3.0, very robotic.
Nice.
Very robotic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy. I can't believe. Sorry, go ahead.
We're going to have to talk to Chuck about. Now, I mean, I'm sure he'll be fine with it, but I really want to do that now. I want to do it. I guess it doesn't have to be the whole episode. We can discuss that. That's definitely an idea for a special, is to just have the AI voices of us do the podcast for a bit.
I'm trying to jack Dose's voice.
Yeah.
So then we could just make songs and write songs and stuff. Like, what if all right, let's say, Dose, I'm your manager, right? And I'm like, listen, man, I'm gonna sign you for a $3 million contract right now. All I need you to do is straight be the puppet. Okay. You're just gonna show up, but you're gonna say what we need you to say. You're gonna do what we need you to do. We're gonna write your songs. We're gonna make your albums. You ain't gotta do nothing. Would you do that?
For $3 million?
But you also gotta let P. Diddy fuck you in the ass.
No, what? Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
No, thank you.
He said no, thank you.
You gotta go to Diddy's camp. What's that camp that Diddy got?
Why does
That
everybody
whole
think Diddy's gay?
Bro, Diddy is definitely gay.
Yeah,
I mean, have y'all seen who he been going shopping with and who he's like dating, and you know when he got inducted and stuff, the lady with the popping sign.
He's a city
You know
boy.
what I'm saying?
Oh man.
And he just had a baby too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Congrats, by the
He
way.
sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
congratulations.
She's still on his side too, going shopping.
I mean, look, bro,
He
It
just
is what
turned-
it is.
didn't he just turn like what, 56?
Something like that.
Something like that, 53 or 56. Like he had this party, but apparently
and still partying, like take that.
Yeah. But the thing about a Diddy party, man, is like they're so hard to get into, that they're so cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so cool, but like at the same time, Diddy's parties are dope because you can't get in. Diddy can barely get into his own party. Like for his party that he just had, I think he turned like 53 or 56 or something like that. This dude had a giant bed in his backyard, like a huge bed. What do you think actually went down? And then what was it? There was a comedian on TikTok. I forgot the guy's name, but one of the funniest kids on TikTok was invited to Diddy's party. And the dude came out and was like, yo, Diddy bent me over the bed. You know what I mean? Grabbed him by the back of the neck, bent him over the bed, and like mounted this kid.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
The middle of the party.
Yeah.
Let's say allegedly to keep the podcast going.
Yeah, that's I did not know. Yeah, it's funny though when you bring up Diddy's parties though, because I know they've made that joke a bunch of times. The South Park even made that joke where Satan's trying to throw his birthday party, and he keeps coming up with these ideas. And they're like, "Yeah, Diddy already did that," and he's like, "Fuck, I can't do anything that Diddy didn't already do." He gets so fucking angry. It's actually really funny. That's a great episode.
Dude, there's so many art. All right, so you got
bumping Diddy's music too.
You got Justin Bieber, like the shit that he did with Justin Bieber, right? The shit that he did with
he fucked him in the ass.
Nick Cannon. Whoa. Nick Cannon was protected by
Nick Cannon too?
No. But Nick Cannon, whenever he was young, went to a Diddy party, and Jamie Foxx.
Not Nick Cannon.
Jamie Foxx was like, yo, you got to stay in this room. Like, don't go in this room. Like, there's a lot of weird shit, right? So, of course, I'm pretty sure Nick Cannon, right, like looked into the other room, and apparently there was like a whole bunch of gay shit going on. A lot of Hollywood party shit.
Sounds like the end of
Hollywood
Blood Meridian.
General.
Huh?
That's just Hollywood in general. They're just really weird.
Yeah, like a whole bunch of shit. Like Exhibit said Diddy took him to a gay club.
Whoa.
No.
Yeah, man.
Oh, this is not looking good for Diddy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just here. I'm gonna read this article for you guys. Right. So
yeah, I remember Diddy actually. I met him after a show once, and he tried to stick his dick in my mouth. Now that I recall.
Yeah. Whenever I was like 16, I went to go see Diddy, and I had a backstage pass, and it was weird because he gave me this drug, and then I got to stay the night over there. But like whenever I woke up, I had to sign an NDA disclosure.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's weird that you had to remind us that you were 16 years old.
I've had medical issues with my asshole since.
Wow.
Wow.
Diddy.
I can't talk about it because of the NDA.
I like how the
50
joke
years.
originally started out as Diddy's gay, and now it's kind of going into pedophilia. So maybe we should take it easy with the Diddy jokes now. Diddy's gonna imagine Diddy fucking emailed us. You fucking asshole.
Come speak
That
your
would be
piece
fun.
on Great Morning. Clear your name, Diddy. We
Right.
Clear
coming.
your name.
Make sure y'all record it when he come in there too. Put some
Yeah.
respect on my name. All three of y'all.
Then he gonna come in and be like, "I'm coming after all y'all. You're done.
All y'all
You're done.
motherfuckers.
You're done. You're done." Yeah, that's wild.
Well, hey, I hate to do
You are-
this, but believe it or not, we're at that sad time of the podcast where we actually
Oh
gotta-
damn.
I know we got to start wrapping shit up. We got two into the fucking AI and Quentin Tarantino and Diddy here. So,
Diddy.
but yeah, we got to fucking or Diddy got too into us. We should say it like that.
Man.
Definitely not Stephanie. though.
Pause.
But yeah, so we're gonna have to unfortunately start wrapping shit up here. I'm sorry to do that. So starting with you, Stephanie, Stephanie 2.0, I should say, not to be mistaken with Stephanie 3.0.
Not
She's
yet.
already
not
gone.
yet.
Stephanie
Yeah.
2.0 is here though. Stephanie 2.0, do you have any last minute plugs for listeners?
No, I don't have any last minute plugs, but I will say today is like this big Puerto Rican like festival thing. So shout out to all of my Puerto Ricans that are fucking wilding out over there in Harlem,
Oh, you might want to move the
drinking
camera
and
up a little
playing
bit.
dominoes. Huh?
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt, but you might want to move the camera up a little bit.
Oh.
No, she doesn't want us to see her eyes.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you good. I meant to say something
Yeah,
earlier,
so
but I didn't
shout
want to
out to all
interrupt.
of my-
My bad.
No, you good. You good. You good. You good. So shout out to all of my Puerto Ricans that's wilding out over there eating some motherfucking banging ass food and acapullas and drinking and having fun and dancing salsa. So shout out to all of my Puerto Ricans and shout out to you. Thank you for coming on, even though I wasn't here for majority for most of it.
Yeah, what happened to
Oh,
5
thank
minutes?
you.
I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's all
but
good.
anyway,
No, it's okay.
thank you for coming. And guys, thank you so much per usual. Thank you for being so great. To our listeners, thank you so fucking much for just hanging out and chilling with us while you're driving or doing laundry or doing whatever the fuck it is that you're doing. Thank you for listening to us. And that's it from your Puerto Rican mamacita.
Hell yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you, Stephanie, for those last minute plugs. And of course, Jimmy, the senior chief, my friend, do you have any last minute plugs to the listeners?
Dose, man, appreciate you coming on, blessing us with your presence again. It was a very fun podcast. Shout out to Google, shout out to AI, shout out to my son, shout out to little man, shout out to everybody, man, in the game. You know what I mean? Much love, much appreciation. I just want to take this time to say that the end is near.
Oh,
Damn.
What a way to end a last minute fucking plug.
The end is near. AI is coming, and we all taking over.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's
going to do an
already
episode
here.
for us. That's fucking funny. Well, thank you, Jimmy, for those last minute plugs. And before we get into our honored guest, I'll say my last minute plugs. We'll save the best for last, of course. So my last minute plugs are, of course, you can follow Great Morning _ the podcast on Instagram. That is our Instagram podcast page. That's where you'll see all like new episodes, new guests coming out, specials, all that. So go follow that if you want more information about what we do throughout the week. You can follow Trip God Jimmy, that is TRYPGODJIMI on Instagram. You can follow Slightly Special with 2 L's at the end. You can follow You Love Step on Instagram. You can follow Topaz Kin on Instagram. That is our in-studio comedian, Chuck, of course. Shout out to him. You can buy your merchandise at shopgreatmorning.com. Again, on any podcast app that you listen to us on, whether it's Apple, Spotify, or just a general podcast app. Give us that 5-star rating and leave us a comment, all that stuff. We really appreciate that. But yeah, that's it. That's all for my last minute plugs. Moving on to our honored guest of the midday, I should say. Dose,
afternoon.
the Hassan Assassin, my friend. Do you have any last minute plugs for listeners?
Yes, I just want to say thank you so much for having me on here once again. It's always an honor coming out here, you know what I'm saying, or, zooming it out with you guys. Got new music on the way. First new single is going to be Get to Know Me featuring Scario Andretti. That's coming out soon. And then I got Don't Be Lying with my boy Nico Biz coming out soon, called Don't Be Lying. The music video and the single will be dropping really soon. Shout out to my jewelry sponsor, Labeling Jewelry, Beat the Competition TV. Shout out to the Jungle Block. Jungle Royalties out right now. I'm in a new film called Troublesome that's going to drop later this year. Just got music placements with that, with my music publishing as well. So you'll hear some songs in the film as well. So, I'm just working and grinding, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Jackie Terry, 2000 Watts Photos, X-Ray Vision, Jungle Block, and everybody that fucks with me. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you, man, for those last minute plugs. Yeah. It's always an honor having you on, and good luck. Hopefully we see you again soon, and hopefully your sentence, makes it to that top 10 list. We'll see by the end of close to November. We'll start rating those. So thank you all again for coming on. And of course, that was our episode. Great morning.
Jailers.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.